Hello there, friends of Gigantic, and welcome to less than 24 hours until the relaunch of Gigantic is actually happening. This is quite unreal and pretty dang cool, so I can't wait to play and stream it tomorrow. And yeah, for this video I figured that I would basically go through some stuff that I think is worth knowing and noting if you're a new player, but also a returning one. So I figured we would start with the most obvious thing, which is that the game is not free to play and it has no pay to win. So I believe at launch it will be 20 bucks, and everything in the game, like skins and stuff like that, you can earn by just playing. And once you have the currency, you buy the skins that you want. There are some premium stuff, I believe, and premium currency if you want to do that, but it's also it's cosmetic stuff. So, and with that, you probably should decide on what platform you want to use, right? The game will be on quite a few platforms as listed in the description below, but it does have crossplay between all the platforms, so you're not locked to one in any way. So yeah, just pick the one you're comfortable with and the one you enjoy the most, and yeah, go with that. So once you have the game installed, you're ready to start up, you will be put into a tutorial, the basic tutorial how to play the game. You will be playing a ranged character or a melee character, so you pick one and you go through the tutorial together with your bot buddy, and yeah, just get to know the basics of the game, how it plays and all that. Now after the tutorial, you will have to play a game with bots. This was in the last beta I played, and yes, it is annoying, but it is pretty damn quick, and I think it's still very important to play this so you actually know what the heck the game is about. The tutorial is always played on Canyon, the desert level, the small one. It's been around for a while. It's a very good level to get to know. It's one of my favorites, I would say. Now, the most likely thing to happen here with the bot games and the actual game mode that you're starting with is Rush. And Rush is the newest game mode that they've added. They wanted it back in the day. They didn't have time to add it or something. But it's now in the game, and it's essentially like a watered down or dumbed down. It's an easier version of the other game mode, which is Clash. So Rush is a more it's a quicker mode. You can finish a match in like 5 minutes. I think my fastest one was like barely 2.5 minutes. Complete stomp. Most games about 5 to 10 minutes. So if you want to have a quick match, you go into that one, and you can change heroes on the airship. So when you spawn in or you respawn after dying, you can always change your hero. So remember, keep that in mind. So do that if you feel like you have to. If you maybe you're playing a hero and it's not working out, or you don't like it or whatever, right? So remember to do that. Clash, on the other hand, is the original game mode. It is same but different. So for most of the levels, when you play Rush, you play in the final arena, and what I mean is, in Clash, you play on like 90% of the level, and then at the end, when a guardian reaches like the last wound, because you have more wounds in Clash, you get to know that when you play a game, you go into a separate arena, and that's like the smaller, like final stand. So Rush, you only play in that small arena. Clash, you play on the big part of the map, and then you go into the arena. That's how it works. There are 2 levels, I believe, that don't have this, but the other ones do. So, yeah, moving on from that. Speaking of heroes, you can change them in Clash or in Rush. In Clash, you can't. There are a lot of different types of heroes. So I made a completely separate video a while back covering the heroes and what they do, and like more an overview. I also released 2 new videos recently, which is Roland and Kajir, so a new ranged damage dealer, and a melee assassin. You can check those out and see if you can get like an idea of what would what you would rather play. English is hard today. But yeah, when you start playing, you will not have all the heroes by default. I think, if I remember correct, you have about half of them unlocked, but some of the more interesting ones, I think Sven was locked even. Wu, I remember Wu was locked as well. You know, you will have, I'd say about half unless you changed it. So I mean, you'll have plenty of heroes to pick from, and like I said earlier, like with the cosmetics, you will be able to unlock these while you're playing the game. So playing, I think leveling your account, right? So you get experience when you play matches. You get like a token, and that token you use that to buy a hero. Pretty much, that's how it works. So, but don't worry about like stressing about it. Like, take your time, and once you can unlock a hero, make sure you, I mean, try it out or do some research, or you know, just blindly pick one. Who knows? You know, I'm sure you'll find one. Now, in the tutorial and the bot game that you will play, it will be very, hopefully, very obvious that you have stamina in this game. Now, a big change that they did that I'm not a fan of from the original is that stamina is also used when attacking. I'm not sure why they did this, but that is the case. So the default setting when you play it and start playing the game is that you will be automatically dodging, aka draining stamina when you dodge, if you double tap a button. So if you use a keyboard and mouse setup, I would go into the settings and change that, because the first thing I did when I played the beta was accidentally double tapping like left or right, and my character dodged, and I didn't want to dodge, and now I have no stamina, right? So you can put yourself in a really awkward position where you drain your stamina and you dodge into something you don't want to. And it's like, yeah, I would change that. So go into options and change that before you start playing, I would say. Another important thing is both in Rush and Clash, do not get too close to Guardians if they're not downed, right? If they are downed, obviously go up and hit them, because that's the goal of the game. But if they are standing in their normal spot and, you know, active, do not get too close. They will absolutely decimate you and destroy you unless you're really quick and agile. So yeah, they're pretty nasty. So, and yeah, at launch we'll have quite a few maps, very different maps, really cool looking maps. They play very differently as well. This is a great amount of variety, and we also get 2 new maps that I just made videos of. So Heaven's Ward and Picaro Bay. Very, very cool levels. So we'll have plenty of maps, and I'm really glad to see that. I believe the last new map in the previous game was like the woods, I believe, if I remember correct. I think that's the case. Yeah, another thing for both game modes, Rush and Clash, are the minions. In Rush, both teams have a big bloomer, which is a healer. So make use of that. Make sure that you fall back and heal up. Sometimes you'll still get destroyed. That's fine. That happens. But in the Clash, as you will notice, it is way more important when it comes to minions, because you can summon them like wherever you want. So you have to decide as a team. Most of the time there's like a sort of a meta in a way, right? It's like, oh, we play Sanctum, we put this like this creature here and then this creature here, because then we can spot them if they backdoor us, and like if we want to block them off from this choke point, we use the Yeti to put a wall up, right? Or Cyclops rather, to put a wall up, right? So I don't remember seeing people getting mad over you putting like the wrong creature in the place. But you know, I would study the maps. You know, you play the maps in Rush you don't really play in these areas most of the time, but in Clash play them and watch like how other people play, where they put the creatures down, but also like use your own judgment, right? Like, is it better to have a healer here, or do we have a wall here, or do we need to spot someone trying to get up and behind us, right? So That's a whole another a whole like a completely different meta game going on, which you will get into when you play more Clash. So don't worry about it. There's no rush. Get it? Sorry. One last thing, and this is important in my opinion, that we are gonna see a lot of new players, hopefully, and a lot of returning players. So if you are new and you're not doing too well, I just want to tell you, don't be discouraged. Right? Keep playing. You know, learn the hero. Basically find the heroes that you like to play. Learn the maps. You know, find your way to play. Maybe you're like, oh, I'm gonna love DPS, and then you play damage dealer, and it's like, actually support one is more fun. Support is normally what's missing, and everything but damage dealer, I would say, I guess. Yeah, don't be discouraged. I mean, you're gonna lose matches. It happens. You're gonna meet people who are way better, luckier. Not sure about cheaters. I don't think so. And it's not a big deal, basically. You know, I mean, I like winning, but like, to me, Gigantic is one of the few multiplayer games where I can play against other players, lose, and still have fun, you know? Because the game is just that fun as a core. Like the core gameplay is just a lot of fun. And then if you play with good players, and you know, maybe you play in Bleed Nossos and you have a sick Vadasi healing you, it's a lot of fun. Or you make your own fun. You could play Woo and cliff people off the edge of the map, you know? Yeah. Or you sit in camp as a sniper. Not very popular, but it's a choice you can make. So yeah, that is gonna be it for now. Tomorrow is the launch of the game, and yeah, I can't wait. I've been wanting to play ever since the beta ended, and yeah, time to make some new content for this game, and hopefully have some good games. So I will be streaming it, I will be posting videos, so you're welcome to join. And yeah, I hope to see you guys on the airship.